Did India really send weapons to Ukraine? Now there's a question that's been causing quite the stir. A recent news report has set the stage for this global debate, alleging that Indian-made artillery shells were diverted to Ukraine by European buyers. But wait, India has fired back, rejecting these claims as mischievous, speculative, and misleading. So what's really going on here? Is there any truth to these allegations, or is it all just a big misunderstanding? Let's dive into the details to uncover the truth. A recent American media report has stirred up quite a controversy, alleging that India sent weapons to Ukraine. This report has set the international stage abuzz, suggesting that artillery shells made in India were diverted to Ukraine by European buyers, despite protests from Moscow. The ammunition in question was allegedly sold to European nations, including Italy and the Czech Republic, only to end up in the heart of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The narrative woven by this report implicates Indian companies such as Yantra India, Munitions India, and Kalyani Strategic Systems, suggesting that India's defense exports experienced a rapid expansion, perhaps too rapid to keep track of where the weaponry ultimately ended up. This report, if true, has seismic implications for India's international relations. Russia, a long-standing ally of India, has expressed concern over these alleged transfers. On the other hand, India's ties with the US have been strengthening, despite India's refusal to join Western-led sanctions against Moscow. However, these allegations aren't just about India and Russia. They also touch on the broader issue of global arms regulations and non-proliferation. The report suggests that these transfers could represent a violation of India's arms export regulations, which limit the use of weaponry to the declared purchaser. But does this report hold any water, or is it merely speculative? India has categorically rejected these allegations, calling the report speculative and misleading. From the onset, the Indian government has maintained a strong stance, dismissing the claims that Indian-made artillery shells were being diverted to Ukraine by European buyers. The Ministry of External Affairs, in particular, has been vocal, denouncing the report as a mere speculation that fails to acknowledge the robust legal framework India has in place for its defense exports. They emphasized India's impeccable track record in compliance with international obligations on non-proliferation. This, they believe, is a testament to India's commitment to uphold international arms regulations, and one that shouldn't be so easily dismissed. Furthermore, Indian officials confirmed the transfer of munitions, but they insist these were to support Ukraine's defense against Russia. This is a critical point that underscores India's delicate position in the global stage, maintaining warm ties with Russia, its primary arms supplier, while also cooperating with Western powers. Interestingly, Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently met with Ukrainian President Zelensky to discuss the Russia-Ukraine conflict. This meeting, coupled with the strengthening of defense and diplomatic cooperation between India and the US, paints an intriguing picture of India's global strategy. But amidst these moves, India remains firm in its refusal to join Western-led sanctions against Moscow. This refusal, while consistent with India's non-alignment policy, raises questions about India's balancing act in the face of rising global tensions. India's response indicates a delicate balancing act, but does it convincingly refute the allegations? As we continue to navigate this complex narrative, we are left to ponder on this critical question. Despite India's response, several questions remain unanswered. As we delve deeper into this unfolding story, we cannot ignore the lingering questions and controversies that surround the allegations. These range from potential violations of India's arms export regulations to the broader implications for its relationships with both Russia and Ukraine. Let's start with the alleged violations. According to reports, India's robust legal framework for defense exports restricts the use of weaponry to the declared purchaser. However, the rapid expansion of India's defense exports may have led to potential breaches of these agreements. Could this be true? If so, what does it mean for India's reputation in the global arms market? Moving on to the geopolitical implications, India finds itself in a delicate balancing act. On one hand, it has a long-standing alliance with Russia, its primary arms supplier. On the other, it faces global pressure to condemn the conflict in Ukraine. How will this alleged arms diversion affect India's diplomatic ties with these countries? Will it strain its relationship with Russia or push it closer to siding with Ukraine? Lastly, we must emphasize the need for further investigation and transparency in this matter. These allegations, if proven true, could have far-reaching consequences. It's crucial for all parties involved to work towards establishing the truth. As the dust settles on this controversy, the truth remains elusive. Only time will tell what really happened. Before we conclude this video, we'd like to remind our viewers that the world of international politics and defense is complex and ever-changing. As we've seen in this video, even the most robust legal frameworks can potentially be bypassed, and long-standing alliances can be tested. While we wait for more information to unfold in this controversy, it's important to stay informed and engaged. Knowledge is power, and understanding these issues can help us make sense of the world around us. If you found this video informative, we encourage you to delve deeper into the subject, read more, question more, and keep your curiosity alive. And remember, every story has multiple perspectives. It's up to us to explore them all and form our own understanding. If you want to stay updated with more such content, please subscribe to our channel. Your support fuels our work and helps us bring more such stories to light. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. Thank you for watching India's Stand, Unraveling the Ukraine Arms Controversy.